Hello retro gamers and welcome to another episode of Sunday Quickie. Yeah. Today's subject is a emulator called EKA2L1, which is a very catchy name. But basically it is a N-Gage emulator for Android. Although it's not quite just for N-Gage. It's actually an overall Symbian emulator for Android. So it covers plenty of different Nokia phones. So there's plenty of, Java-based games and stuff. But what we're interested in is, of course, N-Gage. So N-Gage is a handheld that always fascinated me as a child. The fact that you could play 3D games on something that also made phone calls to grandma was very revolutionary to me. So before we get into the emulator itself, I thought we would just get a bit of a refresh on the actual Nokia N-Gage. So, Nokia N-Gage released 2003, Q4. We're obviously not going to go through every single specification here, but a couple of highlights of the screen. So, 2.1 inches, TFT, just under 4100 colors, running Symbian 6.1, and the processor is a 104 megahertz ARM, and the actual product code is 920T, if that means anything to you. In the 20 seconds of research I did, I was unable to figure out the GPU it was running, even to see if there was a GPU. I couldn't really find any concrete information. It's possible the processor is doing it all, or that there's some sort of GPU component of the CPU. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. The fact is, it was 3D capable, which I will show you when we start playing the games. So, on to the emulator itself. It is called, as I said, catchy name, EKA2L1. And this has been in development for nearly 2 years, from what I can tell. And it is available on PC. And it has been available on Android for quite a while, but it's only in the last week or so that it's been released on the Google Play Store. So now anyone can download it. I don't have an N-Gage myself, unfortunately. I've always wanted one. I don't think they're that common in Australia. However, I do have this. It is a sealed official case for it. And as you can see, written upside down there, it cost me $4. I found this in an op shop, which the rest of the world would refer to as thrift stores. And for some reason, there was a whole crate of them. Don't know why, don't know where they came from, but yeah, sealed bleed N-Gage case. Carrying case. Stylish and fashionable carrying solution for N-Gage game deck. These cases are produced using best quality nylon and offer a rear compartment for storing additional game cards, headset, etc. So, isn't that just wonderful? It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know why I'm buying this. I don't know what I'm ever going to use it for. But at the same time, it was also like, I can't not buy it. I'm going to regret it for some reason if I don't. And, that was probably about 2 years ago now, and I still don't regret it, per se. So, yeah. Before I was on eBay trying to just figure out how expensive N-Gages actually are in Australia, and spoiler alert, I can't actually find any listings for it currently on the Australian eBay. But one of these was for sale, and I was selling it for $20. So if you want one and you're in Australia, hop onto eBay ASAP and snap it up. I'm sure it's a high commodity item that will just fly off the shelf if you don't buy it before someone else does. So anyway, to run the emulator for this video, I am using a Google Pixel 5, which is a pretty high-powered and recent phone, but I did find some specifications somewhere, not specifications, just, recommended specifications, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Not really sure where I found it, so sorry about that, but they did seem quite low. Just from reading them yesterday, in my opinion, any sort of mid-range phone and higher from the last couple of years should run this emulator okay. Having said that, it isn't so straightforward to set it up. Not like any other emulator where you just get it running and, you just add the ROM and off you go. It's a bit more complicated. So I'm not going to show you how to set it up in this video, but I can recommend a great video by the YouTuber ETA Prime, which I'm sure many of you are well aware of his channel. It's a great resource when it comes to emulation, but he has a full setup guide there. The video only goes for, 11 minutes, so well worth a watch. basically, you get the emulator and it's more or less a front end. You have to obtain the ROM for the N-Gage or another Nokia phone by your own means. So I'm not going to tell you where to get that here for very obvious legal reasons. But I will say, if you go to a website that starts with G, ends with E, has a couple of O's in the middle, I think, that website should point you in the right direction. So, give it a crack. The other obvious thing are the ROMs themselves. So, I'm definitely not going to tell you how to find those either. But I will say it is quite easy. Also, adding the ROMs to the emulator is not straightforward either. It's all covered in ETA Prime's video. Basically, you're just like replacing the same folder over and over. I won't get into the specifics. But basically, it's much easier to do it on a computer, to plug your phone in and just use the file browser to do it. You probably can do it directly on your phone, but it's gonna be annoying. So I just did it by plugging it into the computer, and everything worked out fine. So having said all that, let's fire up the emulator. So I am just using the screen recorder built into my phone, which comes with the latest version of Android. So in my testing yesterday, it seemed to record smoothly. So let's hope it does the same today. All right, so it should be recording here. Here is the just the main menu of EKA2L1. Very catchy, like I said. And as you can see, there's a bunch of other unrelated stuff here. Basically, just apps that I think were on the phone originally. So I don't know. Let's look up the phone book. The phone book does not appear to work, but that's okay. I don't have anyone to call anyway. All right, so if you scroll down to the bottom, we'll see some games I've added. So I've tried to just find a nice spread of different genres here just to show everything off. But I primarily want to show off the 3D games because I do feel like it's quite impressive. So let's start with Colin McRae Rally 2005. RIP. So, as we can see, there are on-screen... Oh, why is the game not launching? It launched yesterday. Hello? Alright, or maybe I didn't try to play that yesterday. I know I definitely played Sega Rally, so let's try that. Alright, cool. We're on. So, as we can see, there is an on-screen control interface that mimics the really hard, probably uncomfortable buttons that are on the original N-Gage. I've never held one by myself, but from what I've read, it's just like any phone from the early 2000s, hard clamshell buttons. Unfortunately, with this app, there's no way to add a Bluetooth controller as of yet. Anyway, hopefully that's a feature that I'll add in the future, because personally, I hate using on-screen controls, especially when it's mimicking a gamepad. Anyway, obviously there's certain games out there which are designed with touchscreens in mind. That's totally fine. But yeah, if we're mimicking a gamepad, I really hate it. But I'll grunt it for this. I'm doing it for you guys. So as we can see, we press the 5 key to start. And we're in. So, I don't know, let's just spam our way through the menu. Obviously I just want to show what it looks like, so I don't like Peugeots, but for the sake of time, I will accept it. Now, I've just got my headphone in. I'm not sure how well the audio is coming through. Oh, maybe I should turn the volume up. That always helps. Go away volume thing, I'm trying to use the 5 button. Off to a great start. Yeah, as you can see, obviously quite basic, but you got to keep in mind this is a mobile phone released in 2003 and not on any sort of major operating system at the time. So I've already failed. Although Symbian was pretty major, I guess. But this is before Android, this is before iOS. So the fact that they got developers on board for this development system, I think that's quite awesome. So yeah, anyway, that's 3 seconds of Sega Rally. I'll try and keep this as short as possible, so we'll skip over to something else. Call of Duty. So this is the port of the original Call of Duty, which I thought was quite cool. Don't tell me you're going to fail as well. You gotta be kidding me. It worked yesterday. I'm pretty sure Colin McRae worked yesterday as well. Let's try it again. Can't believe it. I forced close the app and everything, and I had no issues like this at all yesterday. So let's just try a Red Faction instead. Fingers crossed that will work. Looks like it is. It's another first-person game. This obviously is a port of the fantastic game that originally came out on PC and PS2, I think. I don't know if it came out on Xbox, but I've actually reviewed the PC version. If you go back to the archives on my channel, great game. Whoa, that audio was very sudden and out of nowhere. Another day at work in the mines. Good luck. The audio was a bit stuttery, as you can probably hear. Not sure if that's just how the original game played or... But look at this, it's a fully 3D environment I can walk around and shoot. So one thing I noticed in my brief play of this yesterday is there doesn't appear to be destructible environments, which is, you know, what Red Faction is all about. That's its thing, fully indestructible environments. Not too surprised for a, you know, a game. Yeah, see, like, I remember playing the same level on Red Faction, and I got these charges, and I just started making my own tunnel, you know, for the rock. Not sure how far it went. Uh-oh. Eat this. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Not the most effective way to kill people. How do I change guns? Nope. Nope. Let's move. Oh, there we go. Alright. Just play for a second longer and we'll move on to something else. Oh, yeah. It's... The problem is, you have to, like, look at the gamepad because there's nothing tactile to just... Old complaint, obviously that's nothing new, but I just... Oh, God, I hate it. Oh. Alright. What does that say? EOS. EOS rules. No, he doesn't. Alright, let's go into something else. So let's try something a little bit more lighthearted now, rather than a bunch of miners revolting on Mars. I don't know if I mentioned that, it's based on Mars. Surely you guys have played Red Faction before. Let's play some Super Monkey Ball. I always buy Super Monkey Ball in every system I have, and I don't think I've ever finished any of the games. I play it for like, you know, a couple of hours, and then I sort of get a bit bored or I get stuck. It's a pretty hard game. This is blasting my ear off. I'm just going to turn this volume down a bit. Alright. So thing, we'll spam through the menus. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. You know, that Red Faction, you know, I kind of want to keep playing that, to be honest. Imagine just sitting on a bus in 2003 and playing that. Alright. Let's get some bananas. Be a nana. Hey, a nana, nana, nana. Hey, a nana. Hey, banana, nana, nana. Hopefully I don't get a copyright infringement for that. But running out of time, running out of time. Ah. You're goddamn right it is. Alright, what else? What else can we quickly look at? Really want to show you Call of Duty. I'm bummed that that's not working. Alright, SSX. Snowboarding. Think big. My favourite EA intro was with just the girl goes, challenge everything. They need to bring that back. Oh, there might be copyrighted music in this. I'll skip to the gameplay and turn the music off. Alright. It's a shame in this day and age that you know, technically that should be under fair use, right? Like, it's music that's playing in the game and I'm reviewing it as such, but YouTube don't care. Alright, let's play as Zoe. Snow Jam. Now, the loading times in this emulator are quite quick. it'd be interesting to know how quick the game's loaded on the real thing, but as far as I know, there were cartridge reads, so I assume it would be pretty quick. Alright. How do I jump? 5? No. 6? 1? Ooh, I got some haptic feedback. Not really sure how to jump. That's pretty cool that they support that, haptic feedback. Still no idea how to jump. Come on, get up, you fool. Do a trick. Hey, did I do a trick? I don't know. But, you know, obviously this would be, oh, I'm spinning and shit. Obviously this would be much, I actually landed a trick. Be better if I actually knew how to play, but this is not a comprehensive review of any game in particular. I just want to show off the emulator. So, cool. I think you have enough of an idea of that. Screensaver? Let's see what the screensaver is. A blank white screen, that's... What is a screensaver, you know? Alright, Oh, that's another thing. I wasn't able to get Tony Hawk's Pro Skater to work, and ETA Prime mentioned that in his video as well, so not really sure what the issue is there. Obviously, that'd be a cool thing to show off. But instead, you got SSX. You know, it's like that meme where, you know, we've got Tony Hawk's at home, and it's, you know, actually SSX. Yeah, so that doesn't work. I'm going to try Call of Duty again. I really want to show you that, because that was actually quite cool. I think I've got time for one more game. Let's try Virtual Tennis. I didn't actually boot this up yesterday, so not like I played any of them in depth at all, but this will be my first time playing this, so bit of a first time reaction. But I love Virtual Tennis, especially on the Dreamcast. Beautiful game. And I have no interest in tennis whatsoever, so take that as you will. Now, will this be a Super Tennis 2D style game, or will it be in 3D? Ooh, Australia! That's where I live. I'm in Australia. Okay, so yeah, Super Tennis. Super Tennis? Super Nintendo style is, you know, I can't remember what the actual game's called. Alright. Boop! Whoa, it's so slow. That is really... Is it supposed to be going this slow? That is... I might have actually been good at tennis in real life if the ball actually went through the air that fast. Wow, surely that's... something's going on here. I don't think it's supposed to be that slow. Yeah, go on, hit it. Alright. I think we're gonna... Oh, my headphone's fallen out, so I think that's probably a good enough time to end it there. So let me just tap to stop. Hopefully that recording comes through okay. Otherwise, I'll have to film all of this again, which is, you know, not too bad of a problem, I guess. So, final conclusions. A lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing. I've never played any N-Gage game before, ever. And as far as I can tell, there isn't an N-Gage emulator on Android, which is why this is such a big deal. So obviously the app does need a bit of work, in my opinion. It works well, like the games play brilliantly, but I do feel like there could be a few more features. So having Bluetooth controller support, that is definitely a must. Just, I don't know if the kids who have grown up with smartphones can easily use these on-screen controls, but I'm not quite that young. I need my tactile buttons. Another feature I couldn't see in there were save states, and I feel like that's a staple for any emulator, so if it is actually buried in there somewhere and I couldn't find it, I do apologize. And that's probably leads on to the third thing. Just the UI in general is pretty basic. So, but the cornerstone of something great is really there. If they add a few more features, just make it a bit easier to set up, make it a bit easier to add ROMs as well. I think this app will be a real winner. But that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.